We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the New York Giants. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Brooklyn. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A give. This is Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3 and out. A real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Let's go. His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll look to throw again. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. From the gun, Whitfield. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 11 catches, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago: 11 carries, 65 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Looking to throw on second down. Whitfield. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Whitfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Let's go. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And here's Joseph Charlton now as he's on to punt for New York. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hands it off out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They bring their punter out there now, standing just outside his own goal line. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, for Alvin Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back, and he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Whitfield got his man complete over the middle. It's Newton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Whitfield looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Newton. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start here with Jackson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Morgan.
Let's go. Let's go.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Finding some room at midfield. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and touchdown. A great play there. for 7 on the year. And the Bulls are able to move back in front. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one. And this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Whitfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Newton, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Throwing on first down, Whitfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
To throw on second down, Whitfield. And the pressure gets to him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of it. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Jackson. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. In trouble, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL at picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Morgan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career. And that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Back to throw again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bulls are able to extend their lead.
Such an art to dot the I. Just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Whitfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Whitfield. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 3rd and 2, Whitfield.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Whitfield. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitfield. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Whitfield going for the deep ball. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half, as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start with two teams that are used to being linked on Thanksgiving. Detroit visiting Dallas. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. The Lions seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, let's head to New Jersey. The Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. The Pats looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Miles Sanders with a touchdown run. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for our home team, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go!
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help him out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Morgan. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Here's Jackson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Jackson.
And this time he is in. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Bulls take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, Whitfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Ball. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Kamara. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Whitfield. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
But no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Whitfield. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, no return. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Jackson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On the carry, it's Jackson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19.
now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And he will score. It's a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bulls are able to stretch out their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Whitfield. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Ezekiel Elliott, just shy of 110 rushing yards. He's at 109. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw. Whitfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
That's how we do it, baby.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's third and long.
Back to throw. Whitfield. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bulls stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down. Whitfield.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Whitfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Whitfield. He finds his man, complete. That's ball. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Whitfield. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10. Whitfield. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Whitfield. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run. It's Kamara. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's a 2nd down. Back to throw. Whitfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll turn to Kamara. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. To throw on 2nd down. Whitfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back to throw again. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Terry.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Whitfield. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Whitfield. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw on 3rd down. Whitfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Terry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Whitfield. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Whitfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ball. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. On 4th down, Whitfield calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the home team here,
they improve their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go.